Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to review the first 6 episodes of the recently airing contemporary romance melodrama that was also highly anticipated because there were rumors surrounding the romantic relationships between these two leads, and that is the Chinese drama My Fireworks on Earth, or I think there's another title on Drama List, Fireworks of My Heart. So we have Song Yan, played by Yang Yang, and Su Chen, played by Wang Churan. They were childhood friends and later became lovers, and they had to separate due to external objections, external forces that didn't want the both of them together. And many years later, Songyan becomes a firefighter and Suchin becomes an emergency care doctor, and they both reunite and they rekindle their love and face the obstacles for their love together. Woo. Okay. So let's talk about the things I like about this drama. First, the two leads, very good looking, and everybody else in this drama is very good looking. Oh, and I forgot to mention that Zhang Bin also makes a special appearance slash cameo in the beginning of this drama, so that is one thing to look forward to. Yeah, so both of them are very good looking. Yang Yang with the short cut hair, and in that firefighter's uniform. Very good. And Wang Churan, I think she's one of the prettiest actresses working in China today. On to the things that I don't like about this drama, I would say. First is the soundtrack or the background music. Sometimes I feel it to be a little dramatic in the first episodes. Of course, and yeah, when I was looking at, when I was feeling the whole gist of the drama, I thought it would be more modern love story, but it's still Romeo and Juliet star-crossed lovers because family doesn't want them together type of movie. So it is a melodrama, and it's also my fault since I didn't look at the trailers or the synopsis for this drama. I just went into it without any knowledge, so I thought it would be like a hidden love type of vibe, but it's not. Second, I would say the feeling of the handheld camera sometimes. It doesn't happen that often, but it happens enough. So it happens enough that I would notice it, and it wouldn't bother me that much if there was a purpose or a reason why they chose to shoot it that way. I don't know why they chose to do that really shaky like camera. I just like a steady shot with two people or like the face of here. I don't know. And I don't know. I think it's just a weird thing that I noticed in this drama. And another technical choice that I think bothered me is the often use of like the zoom in to their face. I understand why they use that camera language, and it is to heighten the dramatization of the whole scene, the tension and all that. But they use it often. I think they used it more than 50 times in the span of 6 episodes. That's why I don't feel the tension that they want to bring to that scene when they use that zoom into the face, like when they're putting their emotions because they use it often. Again, I like the clean shot. Third, I would say the portrayal of the professions in this drama, which is a little bit risky, which I already have a low expectation since it's a Chinese drama. If you're a long time drama watcher, you would know. But it is better than the other recently finished airing Chinese drama that also involved a firefighter. And also for the doctor scenes, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a firefighter. I don't know how these professions actually do their work in their field, so don't take my word for it. I have watched a couple of good medical dramas, like this year's Nangman Dr. Kim Sabu 3, Romantic Dr. Master Kim, that drama. And if you contrast like those hospital scenes and how they act on the field of the accident or the disaster area, you can feel the difference in their research and in their accuracy in portraying those fields. But that is not much of a big deal. And I would say since it's mainly a romance drama, so I think they're doing an okay job. It doesn't put me off until I saw those couple of scenes where um, the female lead was on her way to work even though there was like a flood or a storm warning, and she still went to work because she was called in and she was stuck in a tunnel and it was flooding, and she tried to open the door and the water starts coming in her car. And there was a scene where the male lead would come in and try to push the car back or lift the car back and then break the window of the car to rescue the female lead. And I'm like, couldn't you just have broken the window and taken her out? Wouldn't that be easier? And there were a couple of scenes that made me think, well, if they would have done it this way, it would have been much faster. But oh well, I don't know what the protocols are, so I just ignored it. The third problem for me is the dialogue of these characters and how, yeah, just generally how these characters are written, especially for the two leads, because I don't like them already. I mean, yeah, they're very obnoxious, I would say. For Yang Yang's character, he had a scene where he was lecturing his subordinate because he was whining about how hard they had to train, and they don't have to work this hard in training and all that, and that it is impossible to reach the standard that he has set for them. So he demonstrates the exercise himself that it is possible. And then he goes on this lecture and he says, and the guy who was complaining cried, like he dropped tears, and paraphrasing the lines, but I think he said, "Stop crying. You think your tears will put out the fire?" Like who writes these lines? No, 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 not good. And in the later episodes, the female lead actually says the line, "With this hand, he won't die." While she was arguing with her coworker on whether or not they should wait for the professor to do this certain surgery, and she just ignored all their valid concerns and just went on to do the surgery herself. Like, you're like, they're so unlikable already as leads, and then later in the episode, yeah, the female lead does feel like a stalker to the male lead sometimes, but not like the other drama with a firefighter. And fourth thing is that I hope that the drama would be more sophisticated in a way that the interactions between the characters would be more natural, but it is too coincidental in how these two leads meet each other that often in the span of 6 episodes. Like, oh, they coincidentally meet in the hospital in the first scene. They coincidentally meet in their first like serious rescue scene in the drama. They meet again in the tunnel. They meet again in the tunnel when it was flooding. They meet again in the hospital. They meet again in the road where the accident happens. They meet again in in her apartment where they have to rescue this child. I'm like, how many coincidences must there be? Like, it's too much coincidence in this drama that it doesn't feel natural, which leads to my next criticism about the drama, which is how their first meeting should be. I think they met in the hospital in the emergency room, right? Or like the emergency consultation doctor's office. I don't know. Because the male lead has a toothache that he hasn't taken care of. So they went into the emergency room. They had this reunion for the first time in how many years, and I don't know, there was no purpose to it. I would have preferred their first reunion to be that second reunion in the drama where I'll just put the scene right here. And I know I said I liked something more subtle, but I feel like this is more natural than how they actually first reunited. Like, I'm just doing a lot of rewriting and rearranging of the scenes in my head for this drama. Oh, and another thing I failed to mention in like the technical aspect, the director or whoever shot this drama likes individual shots of the two leads instead of putting them in one frame. They have more scenes shot like they're in the same room, but they have individual shots like of them saying the dialogues. But how am I supposed to feel the chemistry between the two leads if they're not in the same frame? There are limited sequences where I see these two leads in one shot. Like, when I saw one thing I just didn't like about this drama, I just started nitpicking because, oh my god. Yeah, because this drama could have been better with one established A-lister male lead and up and coming rising star female lead. I mean, the story and like the production quality could have been better. Oh, and like the editing style in this drama, it feels mid 2000s. There are a lot of cringe editing, transition moments in this drama.
松燕，我是许沁，
好久不见。
Like in the shower, more. Like, it's funnier the second time I watch it. I think I might drop this drama. The only thing that will keep me going is probably the chemistry between the two leads, but I don't feel it that strongly yet, which is a big problem for a romance. If you watch the episodes, it will get revealed pretty early on what the conflict, what the main conflict is, and what the relationship of what the male lead and the female lead have with their family. So, yeah, you will see soon enough, but it's very makjang drama. Yeah, it's 2023. Unless it's a costume period historical drama, I don't think I want to see that plot in modern contemporary dramas, unless if they're done right. This Korean drama that handled that makjang element in a modern contemporary drama. I think that's it for today. Bye, everyone.